Hello everyone, Phoenix here, and welcome back to another Let's Play Let's Talk. This is going to be one of 3 of the last Let's Play Let's Talk in Farming Simulator 15. Once these 3 are over, by that time 17 will be out for a couple weeks, and I have full plans on moving the series to Farming Simulator 17. But with that being said, there is a couple of issues I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to get them off my mind now, so I'm not distracted when Farming Simulator 17 does come out. So let's hop into it and talk about them. So this one's going to be kind of controversial. A lot of my subscribers are probably fans of what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get some people riled up over it, and hey, you can. It's a free country. I appreciate feedback, and if you have any, feel free to comment and tell me how you feel. But today we're going to be talking about what is commonly known in the streaming world as booby streamers. I'll give you guys a second to let that sink in. Booby streamers, I've heard it referred to as, and I feel it's the best way to describe the type of streamer that I'm going to be talking about on today's video, and that is females that really use their body, God's gift to them, to gain A, followers, B, subscribers, C's, donations, and so on and so forth. That's what they're known for, low cut shirts, or streaming in a bikini, twerking, so on and so forth. We've all know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you've run into them, some sort of, whether you be on Twitch or YouTube, you've run across one of those types of streams sometime, and they become very popular and really a staple in this gaming streaming community. But a lot of them have very little gameplay. Like they're the major screen, and then there's a tiny little screen that has gameplay. Sometimes it's not even their gameplay, it's gameplay from someone else, and they just act like they're playing along. And yeah. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And again, I'm pretty sure some of my subscribers are fans of certain streamers that fall into that category and stuff like that. So this isn't meant to disrespect. This isn't meant to talk down to any of them. This is just me giving my opinion on how I feel about them. So first up, I want to say why this all came about. There's now an infamous booby streamer that actually rated tough, and if you guys want to know more about that topic, check out Monday's video. I discuss it a little bit, what rating is and who the person is. Well, we're going to talk about the person a little bit more, because she's like the most well-known streamer that I've heard of anyway, and that is Zoe Burger. Yes, I said Burger, Tyler. Yeah, Florida Georgia line loving nerd. I screwed that up because I don't even know their freaking name because they're so retarded. But anyway, yes, I had to do that for Tyler because he loves the Florida Georgia line, Luke Bryan. You know what I'm saying. But Zoe Burger is making headlines on a lot of the news channels, like Philip DeFranco has talked about it, Scarce has talked about it, those type of, if you guys watch those. If not, you have no clue what I'm talking about. But she's recently been banned off Twitch for her 4th time. That's right, she's been banned 4 separate times for doing stuff that's against their terms of service, such as showing a little too much, dancing in video. That's just something that Twitch frowns upon. They don't like people dancing around in the videos sexually and stuff like that. But once she got banned this last time, she made the move to YouTube, and she started streaming to YouTube, and her channel, I think Scarce said it went from like 3,000 to hundreds of thousands literally overnight, which is absolutely nuts and crazy. But when you have such a big following on Twitch and you say, hey, I'm done on Twitch, I'm moving to YouTube, your fans that have, tune in on a regular basis are going to follow you. And she, like the video that Tough had, literally the next, or the Tough was in, literally the next day it had almost 500,000 views, which is absolutely outrageous. That is amazing. But a lot of people dislike the type of streamer she is, which again, booby streamer. I love that phrase, so you're gonna hear me say it a lot. Just be warned, because for the simple fact they use their body for money, much like they've been compared to strippers, where they dance around, and take their clothes off for money. So a lot of people say they fall right in line with strippers and so on and so forth, and a lot of them, and some of them have been given a bad image because they have no actual gaming skill. They just use other people's gameplay and say it's theirs, when in fact it's not. So there is a couple that actually do make it look bad for the rest of them. The whole no skill part. But in this case, Zoe Berger is actually a relatively smart person. She has a degree, I think it said from religious studies. She graduated from college, so that's no easy feat. She's got to be somewhat smart in order to do it. So you can't knock her and say she's can't really go out and do anything else. I mean, she's got a degree in college. She can easily find a job somewhere else. No other skills, no gaming skills, and so on and so forth. I've never watched her streams, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But Silent Fan and Tough have both said that she's actually a pretty good, decent player. Silent Fan went as far to say that she's better than him, which he's better than me. So by process of elimination, that means she's better than me. Which is not, I'm not afraid to admit there's a lot of female gamers out there that are a lot better than me. So with that being said, she could go out and get another job somewhere else. She could actually play the game and get views that way. But she's tapped into a market that works for her, which is something you can't fault, because everybody finds something they're good at and wishes they could make money off it. She just happens to be good at sitting around and playing a video game in her bikini and twerking. So you really can't fault somebody for that, trying to make money. But there is other things you can fault them for, and this is where I'm going to get into some other things, and this is where it's going to really get some people heated. I personally dislike these type of streamers. I've never had any interest in them. I mean, if I want to watch something like that, there are tons of other websites out there that you can watch a lot more for free. So I've never been interested in that type of streamer. Usually when I sit down and watch a stream, it's to learn something, maybe that I didn't know, or check out a game that I haven't played yet and see if I'm interested in playing it, or maybe back before I couldn't afford a new game, money was super tight, watch it and watch the storyline. That's something I've always loved about gaming, is the story modes and stuff like that. I love a game that has a really good storyline. So that's the type of streams I like to watch, and so on and so forth. I watch a lot of CSGO streams because CSGO is my favorite game of all time right now. I can't, I'm not going to deny it. I'm become hooked ever since I stopped playing Call of Duty, when it became like this Halo knockoff sort of thing that it is now. I've been playing Counter-Strike, and it's a fun game. So I watch a lot of Counter-Strike gamers, and I watch a few female no, I watch a few female gamers and or female streamers that play CS:GO. As a matter of fact, my favorite streamer, hands down, without a doubt, is Hedya. She's a female streamer, professional gamer, and it's really good at CS:GO. And I feel like streamers like her, and there's a couple others like Athena Sophia, there's another one I enjoy watching often. They are really good at the game, and they do not use the same tactics that Booby streamers do to gain views. They use their personality, they use their gameplay. It speaks for themselves. They don't have to twerk and everything to gain followers. Take Hedya for example. I stumbled across Hedya because I was watching actually a CS:GO tournament, and I actually happened to see a female team show up, and they were kind of in the crowd, and I was like, "There are females that play CS:GO? I gotta check this out," because much like everybody else, I thought like female gamers were non-existent. There were no female professional players. It was all guys, because that's all that played games. And I shouldn't really say that because my wife's a gamer, but she's only thing that you really get exposed to are what these Booby streamers is what I'm talking about. Females that show off cleavage and stuff. Cleavage, like Cleveland edge. Cleavage to gain subscribers and stuff. So when I looked at it, I saw that they were all streamers as well, and I started checking out their streams, and then I learned a lot of new stuff about CS:GO that I didn't know, such as smokes, angles, the whole so on and so forth. And I even got so lucky enough that I joined Hedya for a game, and she carried my sorry butt, but I learned a lot just being in game and seeing the strats and stuff that they use. So it was really that's really what I look for when I go looking for a stream. And I think people like that, like Zoe Berg, are hurting actual gamers that are really good. And I shouldn't say like Zoe Berg. Apparently she is really good. I'm talking about Booby streamers in general. They really do hurt other female streamers, because people aren't going to watch someone's good unless you're like me. You don't find that entertaining whatsoever, which most guys will choose Zoe Berg over Hedya. It's a sad fact. And I think it doesn't even just limit it to just streaming. I mean, look at how Counter-Strike is professional gaming in general is very eye-opening to where females stand in professional gaming. There are some female teams out there that are just as good as guys, but they don't get to compete in like the $250,000 tournaments. They're down in like the $1,000 tournaments. They can't get out of that. And I think a lot of it seems because they're like, oh, females don't have any skill. They just sit in front of a camera pretty and they get views. When that's not the case. Not that they're not pretty or anything. I'm talking about not having any skill, because a lot of them really do. And a lot of these, for like from LGB, they'll get in games with professional guys, like the top of the top, and hold their own, which it speaks for themselves, but they'll never be taken seriously, because when you see when you think female gamers, you think of Booby streamers, and that opens a whole nother world for people that actually know Athena and CG. They'll never be really to the level where Zoe Berger. Sorry, Tyler. I'll buy you a Florida Georgia Line CD. where she's at, because they refuse to do the stuff that she does. Doesn't matter how good they are at the game they're playing, and it's kind of sad. I feel that they're holding back other female streamers, in period. With that being said, again, I'm not trying to hate on those type of streamers, because again, they've really tapped into a market that works for them. They make money off it, and that's really all one really wants in life, is to be successful on something, and that's what they did. I just see it as a way, it's distracting. It's really hindering other females, not only in just stream, but in the gaming community overall. I know I'm really sounding like I'm a feminist here, which I'm not. I'm not like the uber Nazi feminist thing. That's not who I am. I see people like that get hundreds of thousands of people watching, and then you see people like Hedya, who has really good a lot of skill, but can barely break 100, and it's sad to see. And it's sad to sit there and say, yeah, I'll never be that level because I don't twerk, and I won't sit here and play. That's but if you guys, I'll leave links to all the people I'm talking about here. I'll leave the link for Zoe Berger's video, which Tuff's in. For some reason the timestamp feature doesn't work, so I'll leave the time next to it. Hopefully it's like a 1 minute, or it's like at 1 hour and 43 minutes where Tuff pops in. Warning, the girl is in a bikini, and there's that point she does twerk. So if you're a younger child, do not click on it. If you have young children around, do not click. And if you tell your mom that I told you to, rewind this part of the video and link it to her and be like, I told you not to, because you're not supposed to. Bad. There will be a link to Hedya's Twitch channel in the description. I highly recommend you go check her out if you like CSGO streamers, because she is a very awesome player and just a great person. I have actually had the pleasure to have a conversation with her because I won a skin. I was dumb to the world of CSGO when I won that skin, and I didn't even know how to trade weapons. She took the time to walk me through it, which she didn't have to. She could have just been like, you won, here it is, take it or leave it. She actually took the time to help me and all that. So it was very, very awesome person, very polite, and very friendly. So that's pretty much the same word. But link to her Twitch channel will be in the description. Go check her out. Tuff's link to his live stream will be in the description down below as well. If you want to see his point of view, his point of view actually shows up in her stream, but she kind of drowns him out, so it's just so tough stream. I'll even throw Athena Zophia's Twitch channel in the description, because I touched on her a little bit. That didn't sound right at all. I touched on her channel a little bit, so I'll leave a link for her channel as well. I think that's about it. So that's going to do it for today, guys. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you guys want to see more Let's Plays, Let's Talks, be sure to click subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.